Hello and welcome to the Thomas International tutorial video on job profiling. Now, in order to access the job profiling tool through the Thomas Hub account, once signed in, you would select the Jobs tab at the top of the page. Now, the idea behind the Jobs profiling tool is to allow you to create an ideal PPA profile for any candidates coming in against a particular position. We would generally recommend that you get a few people within the organisation to identify what it is you're looking for within that job role. In terms of creating the job role itself, you would first select the Add Job tab and select a job title in the box for what it is that you're recruiting for. So for example here, if we were recruiting for a sales director, you would enter the position in there. You can select a unique identifier if you already had the position within the organisation already and you were creating a different profile. So for example, if you wanted to do that in 2, and then we would select the job create. Now, what the job create allows you to do is select words that you feel are most relevant to that job role for the behaviours that you're looking for. At the end, you can then match any candidates that you've got come through against this job profile that you create. So if you're happy with the words, once you've gone through and selected, it will go through different pages and you're selecting the words that are most relevant each time. And that will give you 4 pages in total to select words from. Once you've done that, it will create a particular profile based on how you've answered those statements. If you're happy with it and you've read through there, then you can select the Finish button. If, however, you're not and you wanted to change some of the points on the graph, you do have the option to do this by clicking on these red arrows up and down here. And if you do change the reading order, it will change the profile. Once you've done that and you're happy with it, select Finish, and what this will do, this will match any candidates against the job profile that you already have on your Hub account. This will automatically be filtered to 3+ star ratings, although you can change this to 1 star if the candidate you have you can't see on there. Once you've selected Filter, that will then bring up any candidates with a 1-star rating or more through the Hub account. Now, to create the job profile itself, it is actually free of charge, so you can create as many of these job profile reports as you like. So select on that to have a read through of the actual job profile itself, and that will go into detail as to what you've selected and the characteristics involved. If we were then looking to match the candidates up against there and to pull off a specific report, we would then select the relevant candidates report at the end here, and this will charge you 6 units to create. The job comparison report itself will go into strengths and potential limitations of the candidate against that job role, and also have tailored specific interview questions for them. There are also a few different ways to create job profiles. We do have some job templates on the Hub account as well, so if there are specific job roles, there are some in there for you to have a look at. You can otherwise email invitation to a job create if it's not yourself creating it and it's somebody else within your organisation. This function here will allow you to do that. There is also a job questionnaire. So for example, we were recruiting for an admin position. The job questionnaire will allow you to select specific relate to specific statements as to how relevant you are, rating from very low up to very high. And there's 24 statements of those, and at the end that will again create an ideal job profile. You can also input the scores if you did have an ideal graph that you wanted to use for that job profile. The input scores will allow you to enter them in there. The email invitation with the job questionnaire is very much the same as the job create, so it will allow somebody else within the organisation to use the job questionnaire. Once you have a few jobs on your account, you can actually search these through the Search Jobs tab. So this will bring up anything that you've created for any positions within your organisation, so you can again have a look at them and view the profile. And finally, we do also have an option called Manage Evaluators on here. If there are specific people that are creating the job profiles within your organisation on a frequent basis that aren't the main admin, then we can enter them in here. There we go. And that actually creates them as an evaluator on here. What this basically means is when you're adding a job, you're sending out an invitation for them to either do a job create or a job questionnaire, then you can select it on here, and when you go through, that will send the invitations out to them to do the job profile. Once it has been completed, you'll receive an email notification. That's everything on jobs. Thank you for your time today. If you do have any questions at all, please contact our head office on 01628 475 366. Thanks very much.